Alright, that person did see us, and FSD did react to them like pulling out. I think that was fine. Yeah, FSD 14's been pretty good at reacting to people backing out in parking spots. What it does when it itself is like backing out of a spot is sometimes it'll like creep a little, even when there's like cars approaching, and that scares people. And I have gotten honked before at that, with that behavior. But I mean, like, that's fine. I mean, I would rather it not do that because it scares other people, but it's fine because I know it's just like, it's going to stop. It stops just fine. It's just like doing the little like slow like creep roll, which just like scares people. It's not gonna hit them. So there's a good amount of cars coming here, I think. Yeah, we should be fine to go now. Nicely moving around that car that's about to turn right now. He has his blinkers on. So it does look like, because it sees the construction, it's pretty much like following the speed limit, even in Mad Max. It sees the little cones there, so it's driving a bit slower. And as soon as like the cones go away and their density goes down, it sped up. So it's fairly good, but like slowing down in construction. I think obviously the laws are to slow down even more for construction. But I think what FSD does is safe and it's smooth. So I think that's totally fine. And now we've sped up all the way to 70 something miles. So I think we're fine. And Mad Max seems to be doing fine. 14.1.4 was just so like drug-like in its lane changes that it felt very confident in Mad Max. Like, it would immediately change lanes. 14.2 definitely seems to, and 14.2.1 as well, definitely seems to think more about its lane changes. Like, it'll go and then like peak and then move back. That has led to like some random lane hesitation here and there, but it does seem like Mad Max in 14.2 is not just like taking gaps. It's just like, it peaks, it sees, hey, okay, is there enough gap for me to like pass this person I'm trying to pass? And then it takes the gap, otherwise it doesn't. Sometimes it's just, I guess, like, you could just always just take the gap. And 14.2 doesn't. But I'm getting used to this Mad Max. I mean, the Mad Max, like, the feeling versus 14.1 is like entirely different. With Mad Max, it definitely feels more chill compared to before. But the more I've used this version, the more I am realizing that it's still doing the mad things that Mad Max did before. It's just doing things more calculated, and sometimes there's like little hesitations because this version is supposed to be safer than 14.1, right? Like, they've clearly made improvements enough to call it 14.2 versus like 14.1.8 or 14.1.9 or whatnot, right? So there's definitely that. Like, for example, 14.1.4 would have like just gone into that right lane, just taken that gap. But I mean, even I can see from here that like the traffic light's about like turned red, right? And well, there's like a car up ahead and you can't really like pass anybody there, so there's really no point in like going into the right lane and trying to like pass somebody. So it does seem like it's more intelligent. I think. Could be just placebo on my end. Uh, but I'm starting to get used to the more chill Mad Max, and I'm starting to feel like this chiller version of Mad Max is still like mad enough for me. It does seem to be going fast enough on the Texas highways. Like it'll do 85 in places where the speed limit's like 70, 75, which is fine, which is what people do, and people go faster than that as well here. Uh, but yeah, I mean, this version's much smoother than 14.1.4. So, I mean, the fact that I've gotten used to the Mad Max now, I mean, obviously this version's better than the previous one. Not that the previous one wasn't a good version as well. It was just the stop sign hesitation, and then the random like obstacle avoidance, the little bit harsh braking or whatnot was kind of all over the place. The whole hesitation at stop signs and at like the right on red traffic lights, it's just completely gone. This version is entirely confident in that regard. The only hesitation is the lane changes that I've noticed, and in parking lots. And parking lots is just a new feature added in version 14, so I would assume that it's still being ironed out, and we'll probably get more and more polish on that, as well as the lane changes. This one's a pretty straightforward drive. I mean, it's a straight line like most of the drive, so pretty easy to do for FSD at this point, but it's also very smooth, which is important. I think comfort's a big thing, especially for like a robotaxi, and even I guess like personally owned vehicles. You would want to use FSD more if it's more comfortable, because it's just, you know, you drive every day, you use your car every day, so you want it to be a comfortable experience. And then I don't know when we're gonna get the next FSD update. Currently we're on 14.2.1. Are we going to get 14.2.2? Are we gonna get 14.3? I don't know. 14.3 was supposed to be end of the year, quote unquote. But this time Ashok also said it was going to be end of the year, and usually he's like decently accurate. He's been wrong on some things, like for example on MCU2 he would say like Smart Summon would like show up soon, and it just like never did. So he's been off on his timelines certain times, but more times than not he's been like fairly accurate on when things are coming out. So he's been saying end of the year too, so I think we might get something before New Year's, or we might like slip into January. I mean, it's whatever, but we should be getting something soon, and 14.3 should like bring reasoning, and God knows what that entails. We'll see. But hopefully should be another step up, because according to Elon, it's the last piece for self-driving. I mean, there's still certain things that FSD still needs to do to be completely autonomous everywhere. We have robotaxis in Austin, and I mean, that's fine. I think current FSD can be autonomous in Austin, but we need autonomy everywhere. We need to be able to read signs and all these kind of things that like FSD just like doesn't do. And I mean, you could have good map data in Austin and like, you know, fix some of these issues through like having proper map data, but there's only so much that you can do there. That I don't think that's a scalable solution to be like everywhere in the world that like Tesla's aiming for. So we'll see what they do with 14.3, and then like, you know, future versions. They're also supposed to remove the safety driver from the robotaxi in Austin by the end of the year, and I think they're waiting for 14.3 to do that. It's just my assumption. We'll see we'll see how that goes too. It's pretty much impossible to get a robotaxi right now since they've opened up the app to basically everybody in Austin. I just go on there, it's just going to say high service demand. There's been like maybe like once a week at like maybe midday on like a Monday or Tuesday or something where I can like hail a ride, and that's pretty much about it. On the weekends it's just next to impossible to get the ride, which is kind of a shame. I mean, but it's also nice that like everybody in Austin has access, right? So that's good. But I think once they remove the safety driver, they can they can multiply their cars to a much larger number, so that the demand is just like, you know, met with the supply basically. All right, man, don't back into us. I'm gonna disengage here. It's not gonna park in a spot that I want to park it in. I want to park closer to the elevator. It's just a preference thing. So I end up disengaging. I'm pretty sure once we get the parking spot selection, it should be fine. And I mean, I just let auto park do its thing here. Auto park seems to be fine. Sometimes I have to disengage. It's weird sometimes, but I mean, it gets the job done most of the times. But yeah, pretty good drive overall. Pretty smooth.